Welcome viewers to our online interaction which happens every Thursday. I am Titus Kimwati, and today in studio we'll be talking about FOSA product and services, and our guest today is our FOSA manager, who is Belinda Ongangi. Welcome, Belinda.
Thank you, Titus.
Okay, recently the SACCO has launched the FOSA services, and somebody may ask, what is FOSA?
All right. Thank you, members and friends of Kimisitu SACCO. Thank you for taking time to join us this afternoon. To start off, what is FOSA? FOSA stands for Front Office Service Activity. And the FOSA is offered by deposit-taking SACCOs that are under the regulation of SASRA. So basically, FOSA are retail banking activities. And this kind of activities include provision of savings and transactional accounts. And in addition to that, the retail banking activities include offering short-term and long-term credit facilities. We give debit cards for operation of your accounts and also have mobile banking services for the members. And of course, having FOSA includes running or operating a banking hall where members can come and access over-the-counter services. And in addition to that, you can be able to transfer funds to other bank institutions. And also you can be able to access customer care service at the banking hall. So basically that is what FOSA is. Thank you.
Now, a member can ask, we've been here for the last 6 years. Now yes. We've launched FOSA. Yes. What will be a member can ask, what will be the benefit?
The benefit of joining and running accounts in FOSA include having affordable, convenient savings accounts where you can do short-term savings and access those funds when you need them. In addition to that, the other benefit would be that these savings that you have in the FOSA accounts shall earn interest for the members at very competitive rates that may be higher than the market rate. So for the deposits that you have in the savings account, you are going to earn an interest depending on the feature of that specific account, whether it's the savings account or junior account, holiday account, or the fixed deposit account. We have different rates, and members can be able to earn from those accounts. Also, in the other benefit is you can have your salary processed through FOSA, and once you have your salary processed through FOSA, it will enable you to access advances at affordable rates, very competitive rates, that is salary advance. You can be able to access Kimisitu loan. You can be able to access also long-term credit facilities. If, for instance, you have used up your deposits in terms of being a multiplier of the loans you can access in FOSA, and you have demonstrated the ability to pay loans, and your salary is passing through FOSA, you can be able to access long-term credit from FOSA. The other thing as a member, you'll be able to enjoy in FOSA is that you can be able to deposit your checks and we'll clear for you your checks. And in addition to that, you can be able to get a banker's check from the FOSA if, for instance, you want to pay a third party and it's a large sum of money you may not want to perhaps walk out of the banking hall with. You can be able to access a banker's check payable to a third party. And then in addition to that, we have standing orders from FOSA. Let's say, for instance, your salary is being processed through the FOSA, but you have obligations in other institutions that you make payments to every month. You can place a standing order, and once your salary hits the account, you can be able to transfer and make the payments you have given us instructions for every month. And above all the commissions that are earned in the FOSA contribute towards the income that Kimisitu SACCO makes. And of course, this is the income that comes to you members in form of interest and dividend at the end of the year. So this commission, the charges that we pay for the various services in FOSA, just make up our income that we share out at the end of the year in terms of interest and dividends.
Thank you. Now, with the introduction of the front office service activities, it comes with some of the products and the services. What are these products and services which are offered in FOSA section?
Right. The products and services can be divided into two main groups. We have the savings products and we have the loan products. So in the FOSA, we have, of course, the FOSA savings account. And in addition to that, we have Little Angels Junior account. We also have holiday account where you can make savings in the course of the year. And at the end of the year, you can use those funds to go to holiday and have a little break, have a little fun. So you can save consistently throughout the year to go on holiday at the end of the year. The other account we have is Wekesa fixed deposit account. You have some large sum of money which you do not intend to use in the short term. You can place it in the fixed deposit and you'll earn competitive rates. And you'll have an option of rolling it over or accessing the funds at the end of the period for which you had fixed the amount. And then we shall have short-term credit facilities which include salary advance and also MKMC2 loan, as well as long-term credit facilities such as business loan and KIMIC2 personal loan. So those are the products and services that we have in FOSA. And we shall organize another session such as this one at a later date when we can look specifically at the features of the savings products, look at the features of the loan products so that we can get a whole picture of the savings and products, savings and loans that we offer from the FOSA department.
Thank you, Belinda. Initially, when we worked in FOSA, we had some alternative channels of payment. And a member can ask, what are some of the FOSA alternative channels of payment?
Thank you. Of course, having the savings account where maybe your salary is passing through the account, you need to be able to access those funds when immediately you need the funds and in a convenient manner. So we have several ways through which you can access the funds that are in the FOSA account. One of the means of accessing the account, a very convenient means of accessing the account, is through M-Pesa. You can be able to withdraw the funds that are in the account to your M-Pesa. Currently, the maximum withdrawal per transaction is 150,000 per transaction per day. You can as well make small withdrawals that total up to 150,000 per day. Then through M-Pesa, you can be able to transfer your funds to another bank account. So directly from your phone, you can be able to give an instruction to transfer money from your savings account to an alternative bank account. The maximum per transaction is 200,000, but you can make up to 3 transactions per day, which means per day you can transfer a total of 600,000 to an alternative bank account. The other means of accessing the funds that are in the savings account is through electronic funds transfer or through an RTGS. So as members, you can give us instructions if you want the funds to be transferred to another bank. And this should be a written instruction, which you can send through email. And what we should have is the name of the account to which we are sending the funds, the bank account number, and the branch. But to note on this is that it should be a transfer to your own alternative bank account and not to a third-party bank account. So you can give us your alternative bank account to transfer the funds to that account. The third means of accessing the money is if you are in Nairobi, if you are near Upper Hill or near CBD, you can visit our banking hall and you'll be able to access the funds over the counter. So you can make a withdrawal over the counter to access the funds in the account. And coming up very, very soon are the debit cards. Members will be able to get their ATMs and you can be able to withdraw the money from cooperative bank ATM machines. And you can also swipe these cards. Maybe you're at a supermarket and you want to make payment, you'll be able to swipe this card and make payment with it. So Titus, those are the means through which members can access the funds in the savings account.
Thank you. We've been receiving some questions that who can qualify to be or to have a FOSA account?
Actually, all members, all active members of the SACCO should have a FOSA account. So as an active member of the SACCO, you should have a FOSA account. And why is because this is going to be the main way we are going to disburse funds to you as our members, whether it's interest or loan. We'll be disbursing it to the FOSA account so that you can access it. So all active members should have a FOSA savings account. So we are in the process of opening FOSA accounts for the members of the SACCO, and we are doing pretty well so far. Thank you, members, for having taken up this activity. You've made applications to have your FOSA accounts activated, and we are moving at a very, very good rate. To note now is that all new members joining the society are automatically getting a FOSA account. So anyone who is joining is getting that account activated right at the go when you join as a member, because it's a mandatory account, the account through which we are going to be disbursing funds to you, our members. Procedurally, withdrawn members will not get get a FOSA savings account because they are essentially not members, not active members of the society. Thank you.
Okay, we've been having some concerns from members on how to do the process on how to activate their FOSA account. So what are some of the process, or what is the procedure or the process on interest and dividend payment through this FOSA?
Okay. Now, as we have mentioned, of course, the new members are automatically getting the FOSA accounts, but members who have been active members of the society previously, prior to 2020, you trigger the activation of the FOSA account by making an application at the member portal. Once you make the application at the member portal, we are able to get the information in our system, and we go ahead to activate your account. Just make sure that you have uploaded your passport photo. It should be front facing, it should be colored, and you also make sure that you upload your signature. You should sign on a plain paper, take a clear photo of it and upload it, and once we get that information, we are able to activate your FOSA account. For dividends, so all the members who have activated their FOSA accounts, we are able to transfer the dividends and interest into their FOSA accounts. And this exercise actually started on Saturday. So for those ones who had activated, we posted, and those ones, as you are activating your accounts, we are posting the interest, we are posting the dividends, and we are transferring these funds to you as per your request. So we really appreciate that you're able to take up these activities so well thus far, and we've been able to pay the interest and the dividend, and we are still working on it until we make sure each and every of our member has received their dividend, has received their dividend.
Thank you. In our just concluded AGM, there's some bylaws which you approve. What should members expect from this just approved bylaws?
All right. So during the AGM that we held on 27th of February, there were some bylaws that were presented for approval, and they were approved. All the information is on the member portal, but I'm just going to mention two of them. And one of them was that all members should have a FOSA account. And as we have said, we are activating FOSA accounts for active members, and all new members who are joining are automatically getting a FOSA account. The other change that I may mention here briefly is on member recruitment. And the change was that it was accepted that we can now recruit corporate accounts. So if you have a company, a corporate, we can be able to open an account. You can operate a savings account, and you can be able to access the facilities that the Kinisitu Society offers. The other one is Chamas, and we'll be able to come and talk to you further on this about operation of chama accounts, but it was approved that you can now bring your chamas to Kimisitu Sacco, and we are looking forward because all you members have belong to a chama somewhere, and we would like you to bring those chamas on board, and you'll be able to enjoy the facility that we're going to offer in terms of chama accounts and chama advances. Thank you.
Thank you, Valinda, for coming to our studio today. Members, we are taking a 2-minute break, and we'll be back shortly.
Sure.
One of the challenges that pandemic brought was that we had to transit in terms of how we conduct business, both within Kimisitu and also in relations to how we coordinate with our external environment. You've heard of the new norm, and Kimisitu is also accustomed to this. This pandemic also hit us in terms of our business growth. The year 2020 was also marred with other challenges. Many projects from within the NGO sector still experienced low funding. Last year, despite all these challenges, the board and the secretariat put in place strategies to be able to mitigate upon the risks posed by some of these challenges. And based on these mitigating factors like ease access of our services through our online platforms, faster processing of loans, and better customer care, together with automation of all our processes, we managed to overcome some of these challenges. And I want to say that we have recorded tremendous growth for the year 2020, and that has shown the resilience that we have as a SACCO in terms of adapting to the ever-changing environment, both within our micro and macro economic fronts. As you are also aware, 2 years ago, members approved the implementation of FOSA services to be one of our core businesses based on the year 2016-2020 strategy. And I must say that in as much as this strategy has come to an end, we've also slowly transited into making sure that the new strategy not only foresees the implementation of this service, but also optimizes it to a level where members can now start reaping the benefits from it. This meant that we now came under SASRA regulations. And based on what we presented to SASRA, towards late last year, we were officially being regulated by SASRA. And I must say that this has posed both benefits to our membership, and also institutionally it has posed a few challenges. Despite all these challenges, I'm delighted to inform you that the SACCO has made tremendous growth based on the mitigation measures that both the board and the secretariat spearheaded and made sure that everything that needed to be in place was in place, so that the changing business environment does not affect us adversely. For instance, our total assets grew by a total of 11%. Our turnover grew by about 10.9%. Our loan book also grew by about 6%. SACCO's deposits grew by about 11%. And many other growth parameters as we have shared in our financial booklet. The strategic plan has 5 key thematic areas. 1 is customer delight, which is our priority. 2 is membership growth and impact. 3 is innovation and technological advancement. 4 is revenue growth, and 5 is human capital development. These 5 key thematic areas were arrived at based on the whitewater turbulent. Given that our business is operating on a permanent whitewater situation, meaning that our environment is more rapidly changing than before, these key 5 thematic areas were arrived at so as to cushion the circle and to make sure that we have the adaptability so that we can continue ensuring that our members benefit even in light of these turbulent times we're experiencing within our environment. Members, I want you to appreciate this strategy, read it, internalize it, be our partner towards us achieving our strategic goals. And I want to highlight one key thematic area, that is customer delight. One of the areas we look at as a circle in terms of customer delight is expanding on our brands. And I noticed that based on the pandemic situation that we experienced last year, we are now presented with what is commonly referred.
Welcome back, members, to our second session of this weekly interaction, and we'll be continuing with the questions. And we have some members who may ask a question: what are some of the payments which are done through this FOSA?
Right. So we have already started using our FOSA accounts. We have already started making payments and disbursements through the FOSA account. The first one, of course, as we are well aware, we have paid our interest and dividend for the year 2020 through the FOSA accounts. The other payments we are currently making through the FOSA account is loans that are up to 100,000. So 100,000 and less, they're being disbursed through the FOSA accounts, and members are able to access those funds through M-Pesa and through transfers to alternative bank accounts. The other activity we are doing is processing salaries. So we have started processing salaries through FOSA, and we are waiting for you members to make changes so that your salaries can be processed through FOSA. We have already started that activity, and it's going on very, very successfully. Thank you.
Thank you. When we were having FOSA, we had some savings products like Little Angels, Holiday Savings, and Wekesa. But now it's falling under FOSA.
That's right.
Yes. So can you just maybe give us an overview on, are we still operating those accounts under FOSA, or it's now all under FOSA?
As a clarification, those accounts are now under FOSA because the features of these accounts are basically the services or products that are offered in FOSA. So they are moving to FOSA.
Thank you. The last question, a member can ask, we've been receiving some questions that withdrawing from your FOSA account to a bank or to M-Pesa takes almost more on compared to other avenues. What can you say about that?
We are, the commissions that are being charged are very, very competitive, and it is beneficial really to as members, especially if we do not then transfer funds to another institution where you again have to incur charges to withdraw, but you just withdraw into your M-Pesa and make use of those funds from your M-Pesa, which means then you only pay the commission for withdrawing from our FOSA savings account, and then you make use of those funds. And let us also remember, Titus, that these commissions are ours in terms of dividend and interest at the end of it all, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Belinda, for be in this interactive session. Maybe the last thing, what can you tell members as we come to the end of this live interaction?
What I can say is that FOSA is really, really beneficial to members of societies. Several societies have a FOSA running successfully for their members. And as Kimisitu members, if we are able to take up what we have in the FOSA, first of all, you can access your monies directly to M-Pesa or over the counter, whichever is comfortable for you, or transfer to another bank. Remember, we can process our salaries through FOSA. Then we can be able to get salary advances and Kimisitu at very competitive rates, and minimal bureaucracy. There is not much, here and there. You're able to access the advances easily. And then also the commission is, no bank is going to give you their profit at the end of the year from the commissions they are earning. But for us, these commissions will add up to what we get in terms of interest and dividend. So as a whole in Kimisitu, we are in a position to take care of all your financial needs. Your investment, the funds that you need for heavy investment, you can be able to get from FOSA, very cheap loans, 12% per annum, on reducing balance basis. And from FOSA, you are able to save, you're able to get the short-term advances, and we can take care of all your financial needs. Just come and join us and be able to enjoy all these services that the SACCO is offering to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, members. Yes.
For the viewers, if you have any concern, you can just drop in our chats or comments and be able to respond. Thank you so much. We will also be live on every Thursday at 2 p.m. So stay tuned.
Thank you, and have a good day, members.